Right, guys, as promised, even if this is coming a bit late, this is just some of the questions. These are just some of the questions that I have chosen for the Q&A. So the Q&A is going to be changing a little bit because of the volume of the questions coming in, and to make this, a bit more slicker, I'll be choosing the best questions sent to me. So again, just make sure that it's a good question, a quality question, and I will view it. If I think the question is good and people will appreciate the question, I will pick it and then I'll have it read. So let's just see. So this was from Rai Gomez. Says, hey HH, which one do you like most, Bale's or Cristiano's bicycle kick? And why do you think no African team has ever won a World Cup? Shout out from Mozambique. So yeah, thank you there, Mr. Rai Gomez. So for the first one, it's easy. Cristiano's bicycle kick. Aesthetically, it was better, perfectly executed, and he just had a much tighter, precise connection with the ball. Bill's was very good, but it wasn't as tight, and he did not make that. He did not make a good. His connection with the ball was not as good as the connection that Cristiano made with the ball. I think that's just the key thing. Why an Cristiano has never won a World Cup? Lack of coaching, lack of organization, and federations care more about money than actually developing the younger teams into the senior team. So next we have here is from Andre George. Hey HH, this is my question for the Q&A. So I am getting the impression that today fullbacks are more and more looking like wingers. They are amazing at attacking, but when it comes to defending, most are really bad and the coaches don't seem to mind. Do you share this opinion, and do you think this is a good thing? Well, no, look, as in, like, the game has definitely changed, and I think wing backs are now almost a vital component to any team. And you again, look at Marcelo, one of my favorite players. Ain't the greatest defender, but he's one of the best footballers in the world. One of the best, most naturally gifted footballers of his generation. And football evolves. Football evolves. I always look at Bart Simpson, aka Lamb, as a great example, as a guy who attacked great and defended great. So he really joined in the attack and was the one very important in how he was connecting with the strikers, with the one-twos, and with good diagonal passes. But he knew he understood his duty as a defender to be defensively strong and to understand his responsibilities to really stop the wingers and the wide men. So for me, I just think that with teams, they are much more three-dimensional. So the wing backs are very much like wingers. They need to, as long as they're okay at defending, you already have probably your three in defense, or your two who are your quality defenders, or you have your DM who comes back and mops things up. So again, it's just an evolution of the game. Dylan Holmes. Hey HH, what are your thoughts on the 13 Reasons Why and Boondocks series? Also, do you think we'll get another season of Boondocks anytime soon? I haven't seen 13 Reasons Why, but I've heard a lot about it. Boondocks, quality series, some amazing episodes, superb animation, really great characters. I think it's Regina Hall who does the voice of the main character. I think she does both voices. So yeah, quality series, and probably sometime soon. I mean, Aaron May Gruder, who's the creator, it seems as if he doesn't want to really, because I think he went to do like Black Jesus. That didn't do very well, so I just think the smart move for him is like, bro, take a few months out, sit down, write a quality script, and just get back to doing this flipping Boondocks. Some from Wilson Vidal Goncalves. Hi HH, thank you for having such a great YouTube channel. I have the same passion for football just like you. I show your videos about Africans. I love your videos about African soccer, and I just wanted to get your opinion on Northern African football versus the rest of Africa. In my opinion, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia performed really well. It seems like the northern side of Africa outperformed the rest of Africa when it comes to the World Cup. They seem to have more passion, and they just don't go there to participate. I just want to know, what do you think about that? Thank you. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, Tunisia, I thought Tunisia were all right, but I just think that, they waned a bit, and I think that they got exposed by Belgium. Morocco were amazing. Morocco just got really, really unlucky, but Morocco were really very good. They played really, really well. They deserved more against Spain. They didn't deserve to lose against Spain. And they got super unlucky against Iran with all of the chances that they had. And I think that the reason about this is I think in North Africa, there's better organization with the federations. The federations actually genuinely care about the football teams, and the issue with the West, Central, East Africa, but particularly the West, where you have the most naturally gifted for football sides, there's a lot of corruption, too much disorganization. Managers are not given enough faith. They're not given enough time to really build and mold a team amongst multiple tournaments. So when you do not have that, and there's just poor structure, everything screws up, bro. From Big Rich. Okay, what is the international club level ratio that you use to measure greatness of the player? So international to club, 60-40. I think 60-40 is a pretty good split. So 60% international, 40% level, because club, or maybe 55-45, but for me 100% it is in favor of international, because the way I see it is I think international football is far harder, much more difficult. Teams try a lot harder. There are very few teams you can destroy 6-0, 7-0, and every game you play against an international side is tough, especially at the World Cup, when you have the so-called lower sides who have so much pride and are going to try so much harder. It's just far more difficult at international level than it is at club level, and you see so many players who look great at club level struggle internationally because it's a much more difficult tactical game, and it's a lot harder to really get in sync into what you're trying to do. So yeah, if you can succeed internationally, that really, really bumps you up a lot. From Adam. Hi HH, out of all the players currently playing, who is most likely to become your next Horseman? Before the World Cup started, I thought that if Brazil had won the tournament, Marcelo would be the next Horseman. In my opinion, he has got the ability and the impact, and is arguably the best attacking defender of all time. Obviously, he hasn't won the World Cup, so he won't be a Horseman. I would be very interested in your thoughts. So thanks, Adam. To be honest, I think the closest thing to a Horseman, in my view, is Neuer. I think for Marcelo, if Marcelo won that World Cup, he's made an impact for sure, but I don't think he's made an impact in the same way as the current Horseman. But for me, Neuer's impact has been huge. He has changed the way people view goalkeepers. As in the term sweeper keeper was invented by him in that Algeria game at the World Cup, and I think that his bravery coming off his line and really acting as a sweeper and really making it very difficult for the opposing team to have a one-on-one situation, I think has evolved the position of the goalkeeper. So I'm sure a lot of kids now will be saying, yo man, I want to be a sweeper keeper now. I want to not get off my line and do what Neuer does. So I just think that if Neuer can win a Euro, maybe another Champions League and so forth, because he's already got the World Cup, I think for me he is the closest thing to becoming the next Horseman. So guys, remember, if you want to get your question in, head to the website halfoffootballhotdogs.com, scroll down, send me the email, your name and your put in your name, your email, send me over the email any question you want, football or non-football related, and if it is good enough, it will be chosen for the Q&A. All right, peace.